thank you very much for being part of this grand event. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the closing ceremony for the 13th WIEF will begin in short while. Before that, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome our guest of honor on stage, Silakan, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Sarawak, accompanied by the Honorable Chairman of the WIEF Foundation, as well as Yang Berbahagia, the Secretary General of WIEF Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our guests of honor and distinguished guests on stage. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Salam Ibu Pertiwiku. The Honorable Dato' Amar Haji Wang Tengah bin Ali Hassan, Deputy Chief Minister of Sarawak. The Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman of WIEF Foundation. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Ahmad Fuzi Abdul Razak, Secretary General of WIEF Foundation. Excellencies, distinguished guests, distinguished panelists, participants of the 13th WIEF 2017, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the closing ceremony of the 13th World Islamic Economic Forum 2017. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Kuching, Sarawak is proud to be the host for this grand event. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for yourself and thank you very much. And yes, indeed, thank you very much, everyone, for your active participation over the 3 days of the 13th WIEF. And we trust that the 3 days have been insightful, prompting all delegates to a degree of action that we can implement to create an impetus of growth, as we have explored the impacts and challenges of disruptive changes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and honor to invite Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Ahmad Fuzi Abdul Razak, Secretary General of WIEF Foundation, to present the Kuching Statement on the 13th WIEF. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to all of you. The Honorable Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, Deputy Chief Minister of Sarawak, the Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman of the WIEF Foundation, Excellencies, distinguished members of the International Advisory Panel of the WIEF Foundation, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. I have the honor to read the Kuching Statement of the 13th WIEF, which is intended to reflect the up-to-date facts and figures pertaining to the forum. The 13th World Islamic Economic Forum, with the theme Disruptive Change, Impact and Challenges, was held in Kuching on 21st to 23rd November 2017. The forum was held against a backdrop of geopolitical turbulence, refugee crisis, impact of populist policies, uncertain fate of multilateral agreements, including on climate change and international trade, as well as the advent of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The opening session of the 13th WIEF was addressed by the Honorable Datuk Patinggi Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, Prime Minister of Malaysia and patron of the WIEF Foundation, the Honorable Datuk Patinggi Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Oping, Chief Minister of Sarawak, and the Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman of the WIEF Foundation. The Prime Minister of Malaysia moderated the special addresses delivered by His Excellency Dr. Saad Eddin El Othmani, Head of Government of the Kingdom of Morocco, His Excellency Jafar Ahmad Said Hassani, Vice President of the Union of Comoros, His Excellency Rustam Nurgaliyevich Minikhanov, President of the Republic of Tatarstan of the Russian Federation, His Excellency Bambang Permadi Sumantri Brojonegoro, Minister of National Development Planning and Special Representative of His Excellency Joko Widodo, President of the Republic of Indonesia, and His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Juni, Vice President of the Islamic Development Bank. The forum was also attended by 3,249 participants, including 23 ministers, state ministers, and special representatives from Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Iran, Palestine, Morocco, Kazakhstan, and Russia, leading corporate figures, businesswomen, young entrepreneurs, thought leaders, academia, representatives of the creative arts, and the media from altogether 77 countries. A highlight of the forum was the presentation by Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple Inc. The forum discussed topics relating to impact and challenges of disruptive change on the global economy, mapping future businesses, reimagining an inclusive economic system, prospects of fintech in Islamic finance, reconceptualizing education and skills for the fourth industrial revolution, fostering entrepreneurship amongst women and youth, SMEs, the halal value chain, the Internet of Things, and blockchain technology. The forum focused on promoting economic collaboration and business leadership through a variety of programs, including panel discussions, master classes, initiative room sessions, business networking breakfast, ORCAF exchange at WIEF, business exchange, IdeaPad, Linked Up, special complementary programs, sponsors programs, country investment programs, WIF exhibition, and marketplace of creative arts. The forum addressed global issues of concern, including the following. 1. Disruptive change caused by rapid technological development requires innovation and creativity by nation states to overcome the impact and challenges so as to ensure equitable economic prosperity. 2. The serious economic implications arising from humanitarian and refugee-related crises, including those that affect the Rohingyas, as well as refugees in other parts of the world that require concerted international interventions. 3. The importance of preserving the interlinkages between digital economy and the green economy. Notable recommendations arising from the various sessions of the forum included the following. 1. To pursue digital transformation, including state-of-the-art technology to enhance efficiency and productivity in agriculture, manufacturing, financial services, education, skills development and training, infrastructure development, and healthcare. 2. To promote an enabling environment for the development of Waqf and social finance as important components in the Islamic finance industry. 3. To foster the development of a halal ecosystem incorporating halal food, Islamic finance, halal travel, modest fashion, halal media and recreation, and halal pharmaceuticals and cosmetics. 4th, to enhance intergovernmental regional collaboration to promote the green economy, particularly green technology and wildlife conservation, including species facing the threat of extinction. And 5, to ensure that disruptive change covering artificial intelligence and robotics, fintech, blockchain, the Internet of Things, big data computing, and autonomous or driverless vehicles, and Bitcoin operates within an appropriate regulatory framework. A special Sarawak Focus program covering investment opportunity in Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy, Sarawak State Initiatives on Digital Economy, and Sarawak as a premium tourist destination was also held during the forum. 16 MOUs and agreements relating to technology, telecommunications, halal industry, retail partnership, financial services, and food industry amounting to USD 2.43 billion were exchanged during the forum. The forum recorded its appreciation to the Honorable Datuk Petinggi Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, Prime Minister of Malaysia and patron of the WIEF Foundation, the Honorable Datuk Petinggi Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Chief Minister of Sarawak, and both the federal and state government agencies involved for hosting the 13th WIF in Kuching, Sarawak, and for the warm hospitality accorded to all participants. Finally, the forum also acknowledged the contribution and support of members of the International Advisory Panel, sponsors, partners, role players, secretariat, liaison officers, and volunteers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Ahmad Fuzi Abdul Razak, Secretary General of WIEF Foundation. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is now with great pleasure and honor to invite the Honorable Dato' Amar Haji Awang Tengah bin Ali Hassan, Deputy Chief Minister of Sarawak, who is also the Minister of Industrial and Entrepreneur Development and Second Minister of Urban Development and Natural Resources Sarawak, to present his address. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman, World Islamic Economic Foundation, Tan Sri Ahmad Fauzi, Secretary General, WIEF, distinguished guests, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the end of this wonderful forum, World Islamic Economic Forum, held in Kuching, Sarawak. And on behalf of the Sarawak government and the people of Sarawak, I would like to thank everyone involved who has made this event a great success. I would like to record my highest appreciation to the federal government and World Islamic Economic Foundation for their trust in us to host this prestigious international forum, which was well attended by leaders from various countries. Special thanks to the esteemed local and international speakers and panelists who have shared their invaluable ideas, knowledge, experience, and insight on the diverse topics and issues impacting the people globally due to disruptive change. I would also like to extend my appreciation to all the participants, especially those coming abroad, and I hope you will bring back beautiful memories of Sarawak. Our effort and initiative will not stop here. We will continue to collaborate with any organization or country to make the world a better place to live in and to uplift the socio-economic well-being of the communities. Over the last few days, all of you took part actively in this forum, and I'm sure with your hectic schedule, you have little time to explore Sarawak, the land of the hornbill. I'm sorry, there is no hornbill here. They are flying somewhere else. But we have beautiful wildlife sanctuaries, which is not very far from here. We have Semongo Wildlife Sanctuary, where you can find the orangutans. It is very near from here. It is just about 40 minutes drive from here. Well, you have very limited time to explore the beauty of Sarawak. I hope you will return with your friends and family in the near future. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank again the Honorable Tun Musa, Tan Sri, Ahmad Fuad, and all those who have involved. And the participants from abroad who have gathered here in this forum. And I wish you all have a safe journey home. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Indeed, our highest appreciation to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Sarawak. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite the Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman of WIEF Foundation, to present his vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, dengan segala hormat yang dipersilakan, please give him a big round of applause.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon. Yang Berhormat Deputy Chief Minister, Secretary General, members of the International Advisory Panel of the WIF, sponsors and role players, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all give a huge thank you to the government of Sarawak, especially, as I mentioned at the opening, the Deputy Chief Minister. Because from the very first day, after we've decided to have it here, we had to deal with you, sir. And if I may say, my boys and girls love it, because it was easy dealing with you. Not easy in the sense of getting advantage of it, easy in the sense of organizing this huge conference, a world conference, to be held in Kuching. Now, I will also tell you, quite frankly, now I will admit to you, because if you are angry, it's okay, it's all over. And that was to have a conference in Kuching has its own problems. Because if I may say, this is the smallest city in the world that we have ever had, the WIF. But here, in my punchline, the smallest city, but with the biggest, relatively biggest and huge success. I'm standing before you at the end of this 13th World Islamic Economic Forum. In other words, the 13th time we are doing it. We've always been honored by the presence of so many people. I always like to quote the figure of how our first one in Kuala Lumpur was attended to by 400 business people only, leading to the biggest in Jakarta last year, 4,000. And it demonstrates how we developed ourselves patiently, slowly, without much fanfare, without much of a bang. And typical of me, I said, don't start with a bang. If you start with a bang, you're bound to just drop without any sound at all. Nobody notices you. Start modestly, build it up. Don't be interested so much in the publicity of it, in the glamour of it, but let's go into the substance. What's the substance of it is simply this. We call ourselves the World Islamic Economic Forum, but we have been able to put aside issues relating to politics, issues relating to religion, because these, if I may say, without offense to anybody, tend to be divisive from the very beginning to the end, which ends in the end. Issues relating to the relevance of what we do, the need, the requirement of the ordinary, lowest level of members of the community, especially with particular attention to the plight of the Muslim Ummah generally. And in doing so, we always remind ourselves, if you want to be successful in your own build-up as a business person, leading up to having to have connectivity with the world business community, do it. And always remember that if you want to be in business, business does not and should not recognize borders at all. No boundaries. In other words, irrespective of what religion you are, where you are, what your political beliefs or not, whatever they are, get together, put them aside, talk business. That's why I always say, the business of the WIEF is nothing but business. Here in Kuching, big success. But you know what really made it the success that it was and that I noted all along is number one, quality participation. Quality role players. Just look at the last one. Who are they? My goodness me, the things they said. Wow, wow, wow. Opening our eyes, our hearts, our knowledge, we do that. But second, which is very, very important, which makes me really happy, I'm maybe here in this hall, the oldest person. The second is that participation of the young. Sarawak, Kuching represents the biggest success in attracting the young. But more important to that even, the young who seem to be enthusiastic, who listen, who ask questions, who have got confidence and demonstrate that we want to know, alhamdulillah, if we have a country, a world where the young forever want to have change and work hard for it and build interconnectivity among themselves, we would make it, inshallah, we'll make it. We are going to see lists of people who are successful from beginning even to the end. Many years to come. I was at the WIEF, you know. Today we're beginning to build up what we call the alumni of WIF. I have a figure something like 8,500 already established, quite active. They have connectivity among themselves, and they get together. The camaraderie, not to mention camaraderie is great. the women who get together, the youth who get together. The camaraderie is there and the willingness, yes, to use this connectivity for our own individual interests, which represents the interests of the community at large. So we have really to thank ourselves for adopting such a positive attitude towards an organization like us. I would like really to humbly say that we humbly feel that we can contribute in our own way. I would humbly like to thank you for what seems to be your continuing interest in us. You know why I say continuing? Two sectors of those who are present. Those who have been here and they seem to come back again and again. Well, I recognize them. It's not easy for me to recognize. One of the biggest problems of being a VIP, in my mind, is that when they come to you, they shake hands after that. You don't remember me. Being the politician I used to be, I said, yeah. You know what it is. Then in the end, I said, what's your full name? Then they say, George. I know it's George. I did not know, but I now know it's George. Mr. Tan follows that. Normally now, of course, when they ask, you don't remember me? I look at him, Ya Allah, I'm so old. Oh, they're quite happy about that. And they are familiar with us. They come again and again. There are also the new ones. The new ones, inshallah, I hope, will continue this wish to be associated with us again and again. One important thing that I would like to remind everybody here is that we are not infallible. We are human beings. We are leaders. We've got our own egos and all that. In case you think my ego is too big to say we're successful here, there, everywhere, everybody wishes us, I want to tell you, we are we have always tried to make sure whatever we do is relevant, the right way, the standard operating procedure may be the same. There have been people who come here 2 or 3 times and say, oh, what has changed? Nothing. Well, okay, if they look properly at it, each time that we process, we go, we change, we adapt to conditions. The subject we choose, I'm so happy, the subject that we choose. I said it in my opening speech, I've been talking about it everywhere I had the chance to do it. Relevance of digital economy, my goodness me. Everybody knows what we're talking about it, everybody wants to know, and I always said, and I said at the opening, I said, once you know something, before you know it fully, something else has come. So we have to be one step ahead, if possible 10 steps ahead, so why not? That's what this is all about. But the organization of it is no easy task. I must say this. I've got something like only about 20 youngish members of the staff. My goodness me. They have managed to deliver. They have worked very hard. If you want to have a feeling of inferiority, go to London, Great Britain. We were once a colony of the British. Great Britain, from small to Great Britain. Anything you do, you would feel inferior, you're always nervous. We went to London at their invitation, thanks. When we say, how many people can you take? 1,500, 2,700 turned up. Prince Charles came. Practically the whole cabinet was there, and they made money out of it a year later. Hundreds of millions of pounds they made out of it. But who did it? My boys and girls. That is the one that needs nurturing and looking into. We look at it. And right now, thanks to my international advisory panel, we're searching for restructuring or whatever it is and adapting. And this exercise is ongoing, and I think we'll have to continue to go ahead and adapt ourselves as we go along. I thought I would just mention that as well for those who are passionately with us almost all the time. Now, I was a politician, I'll admit. Presumably, if once you don't clap, in case those in power hears me this, then they say, oh, catch him, politician, dangerous. I'm not going to be in politics anymore. Then he's a nice guy, me. What I'm saying is that normally when I get up to speak, I cannot stop. I'm still like that. The only thing which I'm not continuing in politics, but I'm not the type of guy who talks, thank you very much for coming. That's all. They all would love me. Then I go on and on and on. I do not know how to stop, but somehow or other I've learned to discipline it. But I just want to say, thank you very much. May Allah be with us. Inshallah, what we do with a good heart, irrespective of our religion, is the same feeling. We have the goodwill. We have the confidence that human beings can be very positive once we all adopt positive attitudes. Inshallah, we'll be very successful. See you at the 14th World Islamic Economic Forum, at the 15th, the 16th, at the 17th, at the 18th, and then get your children to take over. God bless. Thank you very much. I hereby declare the 13th WIEF closed. Thank you.
Our highest appreciation to the Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, the Chairman of WIEF Foundation. May we invite our distinguished gentlemen on stage for a group photo session. Silakan. As a must, group photo session. Silakan our official photographers to please get ready, all right? And here they are, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of WIEF Foundation. Give them a big round of applause, please. Proud moment for everyone on stage as well as those involved in this hall. All right, for the closing ceremony of the 13th WIEF. Definitely Kuching is the proud host for this year's the 13th WIEF. And yes, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 13th WIEF 2017 in Borneo Convention Center, Kuching.